Welcome back, guys. Today I'm up at the cabin. It's going to be our base camp this weekend as we're doing a winter overnighter. So we're heading out camping in the woods for the night, and I'm just dropping off some stuff here at the cabin, and we'll be packing our bags, getting ready for an adventure. Come along with us. We're going to have a great time. I'm here with my husband and his cousin, and I think we're going to have a fabulous night in the bush. Stay tuned. So it's a bit warm. We do have a fair bit of snow here, which is great. I can actually still use the snowmobile. As you can see, I'm wearing the anorak that I made, that you guys saw. And actually underneath it I have a t-shirt because it's just so warm out. I did bring with me for this evening a bunch of warm clothes, a lot of layers, you know, because you can never be too warm overnight. But the one concern is you get too hot, you start to sweat, and then you get cold. So layering is key. The anorak is a nice windproof and waterproof layer. I'll have a t-shirt. Also, I've got long johns and the long john shirt, as well as a hoodie. And I'm gonna have sort of, you know, my down jacket. And I've got my waterproof pants here, my Viking pants. I don't really know if I'm gonna need snow pants at all. I brought them and they're at the cabin just in case, but honestly, it's pretty warm, and I've got already some Wind River fleece-lined pants, so I don't really think that's going to be an issue needing snow pants, because you know the Vikings, they're waterproof. They're just fine. So I've got my toucan and a couple of pairs of gloves that I'll have in my pack as well. So right now I'm just heading up to the cabin, unpacking, and then we'll make some lunch, and then we'll head out. All right, getting everything fired up in here. Say hello, everybody.
Hey, what's up?
All right. So as you can see, drop-off point for all of our junk. Some of this stuff is just, you know, we're keeping here at the cabin. I just brought it up this weekend. We need some kerosene, stuff like that. So we're gonna go through all our stuff and see what's important and what's not important to bring tonight. And we'll go from there. But first off, I think we're gonna get some lunch ready. All right, we're getting ready to go. It's always amazing how much excess you can end up having just for an overnighter, but we're not going with any minimal gear setup, so no judgment, but we're gonna have lots of fun. See all our stuff here. Some of it's not coming, obviously. I just have to figure out how to roll up my dog of a sleeping bag and this mat, because it's just awful. It's huge. All right, so it's just around 2 o'clock and we're gonna head out. So we've got all our stuff packed up. We've got it in the toboggan to pull. And we're just going to go for a hike, and then when we're tired, we're going to get ready and set up camp. And dusk falls in the next few hours, so we're going to want to get going with getting our setups and getting stuff ready for the fire to start later on tonight. We're going to use this as an experimentation trip, so everybody's going to do a little bit different setup for overnight camping. Last time I was out last winter, you guys saw the lean-to that we made. That was lots of fun. So we might make a lean-to. I'm personally going to be hammocking in the trees tonight. I want to try out my hammock, and I've got a nice tarp I got for Christmas to go over it. And we might do some Quincy. I'm not really sure. So we'll just see what happens. Is that a backfire? Heard kind of a bang in the woods, not really sure what that's all about. Oh yeah, here are my little oranges, all frozen, and all the birdies ate everything out of them. Well, good for them. There's some coyote tracks. Animals are busy.
Get that too.
An obstruction in our way here, so we're chopping away. Sort of just in front of the spot where I had that Christmas tree.
Wow, look at the progress there.
Here we go. Get out of your way. A little Sherpa. Just out checking the trail cameras, and I got a beauty shot of a beautiful red fox. Just wanted to show you guys. It's just on the one here on my trail there, my skidoo trail. Got it the right height, and boy oh boy, did I get a beauty of a shot. So we've had a little catastrophe here. I was being an idiot, running down the trail in my snowshoes like a snowshoe racer. And yeah, I'm not so good at it. I like tripped on my
guess you didn't get the Algonquin Sports Series there.
Yeah. Oh, brother. Anyway, only my pride was hurt, thank God. Get my shoe back in here.
You made it to the trail cam in style.
Yeah. Thank goodness this Anorak's waterproof too. I face planted completely. Oh, man. So I was going to check this Browning trail camera until I thought I'd be all smart about it. Oh, brother. There's a picture of me falling down. That's hilarious. So I got a beautiful coyote there. And also lots of rabbits going through this area. So like I said, wherever there's rabbits, you're going to find a lot of the predator animals in that area as well. So this is great. Lots of good footage today. So the guys have found some interesting tracks up here. We're going to go see. Oh, wow. Those are some deep tracks. Yeah, they go down about 2 feet. Yeah, it looks like moose or something. That's really heavy animal. Yeah, look at the 2 toes. That's moose.
Yeah. Wow.
Great. I've got him going off that way. Hey, maybe I got him on the solar camera. So on the Moultrie. So I'm gonna go see what's going on. Yeah, the solar power one's up here. So I'm gonna see if I got something. Oh, this is awesome. If I get him on here, look at this, guys. They go all the way. Oh yeah. Oh, Moultrie, don't fail me now. So this is a setup with Norm's solar power pack. Now it hasn't been very sunny. Look at that, I got the camera a little bit low. Oh well, at least I'll get his legs. Oh yeah, it's at 93. I'm super excited if we get a moose on here. Yeah. All right, let's check it out. Right on, got a moose. Thank goodness, this Moultrie setup is awesome with the solar panel in the cold. Turned on there, 27 Fahrenheit, so not too cold. But looks like a cow moose. Awesome. It worked really well. I got 138 pictures on this camera. I can't remember ever when I got that many pictures. These batteries must have conked out constantly. So yeah, definitely in the cold, I would highly recommend these solar panel charging units. Keeps these cameras going really well. So we're just walking on the edge of a bay here. The ice is not great. It's a little bit slushy in some areas. I'm just grabbing a bit of cattails to have some fluff to get our fire started tonight. Here we are coming up on one of my cameras, and we've got some dog tracks. So we'll just see what we've got. Okay, there's my camera, and there are some tracks. So I'm hoping this camera stayed on to get our image. Let's check it out. Ooh, here we go. It's also a good fire starter here, this lichen. So I'm gonna take some of this as well. Got a beautiful rabbit on there. You can see that right there in the center, just sort of sitting in front of the camera. I didn't manage to get the dog on the camera. I'm not sure why, so I'm just gonna readjust my position.
That's so cool.
So you guys have seen this ice wall before in my trailer for my channel in the summer. In the winter it ices up with the drainage from the woods. This year though, there's way less ice on the surface here, so I don't know. We're not getting as much precipitation obviously this year, and yeah, a little alarming, but supposedly we're not as in a drought situation as we were in the summer. But this is probably the lowest amount of ice I've seen on this rock face. Usually it sticks out quite a bit. It's beautiful though. All right, so
maybe if I can share your tree and that other tree after it that's a little closer together.
So we're gonna pick this site. It's really sheltered, lots of good dry dead firewood and some flat spots too, and a couple of trees for me to hang up the hammock in. So this is good. This is good. And always, guys, look above you. Make sure there are no widowmakers that are gonna fall on your head. These trees don't look too bad. Pretty solid. And there's that nice shelter in there with the balsam fir. What I like is up here you can see there's lots of deadfall, so we don't have to go very far to get some firewood for the fire tonight. We'll dig a little pit for the fire and start getting everybody's stuff set up. Cousin might work on making a quinzhee, we'll find out. We'll have to use our snowshoes to dig. We didn't bring a shovel, but that's okay. We are resourceful. So right now we're just digging a hole for the fire pit and getting all our stuff set up.
Okay, well.
These trees are like too close together.
For the hammock?
Well,
Could you go to the one to the left
well, let me see.
on the far side?
That'd be okay. Bring it up a little bit. So I'm going to set up a few more lines on my tarp here to cover the hammock, and I'm using my paracord from the corking exercise I did last year. You guys remember that from my video. It's always handy to have paracord. I've also got a paracord bracelet that I made. I made that this Christmas. So I'll be doing a tutorial video soon on how to make the paracord bracelet. It's a really good thing to have and really cheap to make. But look at this, see, I can pull this out and I've got lots of cord. This is really handy. All right, just where I need it. So the guys are making a shelter with tarps and poles.
I'm gonna plan to dig out the snow.
So we'll just eavesdrop on what they're doing.
Even if we don't go to the quite to the end, maybe we can just bury the edge of the tarp in the snow.
Yeah, exactly.
And that'll just.
Yeah, okay.
Because like we're not gonna be really using this. I think this is kind of dead space more over
I'm
here.
planning. I think that we want to dig it out.
Okay.
But yeah, like you're saying, like go like this or something here. Right? This would be something like this.
Yeah, like wherever the
I'll put
line
some
is.
here.
Yeah, and then just we'll pile it up on this side.
Yeah, let's do that. Like that.
So we're starting to lose our light, but we're getting the shelters really completed just about now. We've got a bunch of firewood, but as always, you need a lot more firewood than you would expect to get you through a cold winter's night. So now that I'm done with my setup, I'm going to go and grab some bedding for the guys, some balsam fir, and start collecting some firewood because my job is done. This is my little hammock contraption. I've got everybody's clothes stacked in there now, but that's what it's going to look like inside. Just a little bit of a windbreak there, and I'll be nice and tucked in my sleeping bag. So, I mean, certainly you can also kind of close off these ends as well with tarp, or you could kind of, you know, a couple clamps and kind of close that in. I think that would be a great idea. Might actually punch a few rivets in there for future, because I really like this kind of setup there with the hammock. So, all right, let's get working. Where do you guys want the bedding? Just like over here? Like if I pile it up and...
I've been piling some ferns and stuff up here, but...
Okay. Or like I could put it like
yeah,
here?
Sure.
Okay.
We'll know what it is.
Alrighty.
Yeah, okay. That's good. Okay, so I think I'm gonna put it like kind of.
Oh, the wood's piling up. Yeah. Snow is deep in here. Whew. You gonna snow wall? Yeah. All right. It's a cozy little shelter. Got your shelter.
We're working on it.
Come look inside. Oh yeah, nice. And your balsam fir all laid out. I must say, through all this activity, the anorak has not let me down. It's kept me nice and dry and waterproof. So I'm very grateful to have this for this trip. I really put the pedal to the metal to make this thing, so it's working out. All right, we're really losing our light now, so we're just gonna get the fire going and make some supper. So just for the sake of having a little bit of fun, I'm gonna use the toboggan and just go down this hill and see what happens. So I got the toboggan there and I'm gonna go that way. I was thinking of going down that way, but it's a little narrow trying to go between the firewood and the tent, and there's some big trees there, so at least the deep snow up here will probably stop me. Oh my god. Holy well, that wasn't the more intelligent things I've ever done. Well, thank God it was like a little treat. Oh man, things you do when you have too much time on your hands. All right, so here is the guy's little shelter here. Looks actually kind of cozy. Got like a snow wall kind of at the back and at the front here. And got some balsam fir for padding, as well as some polytarp. And they'll put their bags on top, and they've also got some little rolling mats as well. So they're sleeping in luxury tonight. I'll see how it goes with the hammock. Hopefully my back doesn't kill me. That's my only concern with the hammock, is that, you know, you're kind of a little bit on an angle there. I tried to snug it up nice and tight, but we'll see how it goes. We're gonna get going here with the fire pretty soon. We're just finishing up collecting the firewood. And remember, always get more firewood than you think you need, because it can be a long night, and you don't want to be rummaging around in the nighttime for firewood. So we've got some bigger logs, some medium-sized logs, and some little sticks, and of course my fire starter of the cattails and lichen, as well as the old man's beard. So in my little snack pack here, I've got mini eggs. A necessity when camping. Just kidding. Mini eggs are totally one of my favorite junk food snacks to eat, so I had to bring some along for the trip. For dinner tonight, we're going to make some rice jambalaya, and we'll have some fish, and maybe a little bit of beef. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right, sitting down with my Stanley Cup set here, the green cup set. I know a bunch of you guys have this. I just love this. This is great, nice and sturdy. Just having some tea, warming up, taking a break. Everyone else is having hot chocolate, so it's nice just to sit down for a couple minutes.
That was pretty good. That one might.
Check out this cool emergency blanket. It's a little bit better than mine. It warms you up really well. It's sort of like tarp material there with the foil on this side. So in emergency, you just wrap yourself up in this, and it keep you nice and warm throughout the night. So I've got the sole bivy sack that you kind of climb in, but this is really great because you can angle this up at the fire, like angle the fire towards the shelter, wrap yourself up in it. It's a good piece of equipment to have when you're out in the wilderness.
And they won't.
Yeah, just right on that part.
Yeah, just keep going. So you got it.
There we go. Got it.
No.
Got it. Now let's get nurturing that little puppy.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, so we got the fire going, and got some dogs there. We got some salmon. We're gonna get the steak going, and I got some jambalaya in there, basically rice with veggies, and we can add the fish or dogs to them. So it's going okay. It was really difficult to get the fire going. Everything is really, really wet, so Just remember, in the winter time,
Oh, you did? Okay, thanks.
you know, try to get standing dead as best as you can. We're also working with a bit of greenwood here, which is super tricky. But we got it going. We got the fire going, and we're gonna have a nice hot meal. So that's a good thing. It took a bit of time, but whatever. We're out here for an adventure. All right, here is dinner. Some beef, salmon, and jambalaya with the dogs as well. So this is really good. Nice warm meal to warm us through the night. Good. Almost done though. It's amazing how hungry you get outside. And how everything tastes so much better. Well, she's going good now. Ooh. Gotta grab more firewood to dry out for the night. Just want to take this opportunity to do a shout out to a cool channel I discovered recently. It's called the Nomadic Woodsman, or Nomadic Woodsman, and he's out of Quebec and really enjoys the outdoors as well. Does a lot of camping and does some bushcraft as well. Most recently, I'm watching a series on how he's building a wickiup. White rabbit, white rabbit, white rabbit. Apparently, if you do that, according to Dave Vandermeer and others, the smoke goes out of your eyes. Oh yeah, yeah, see, it worked. Anyway, don't forget to check out the Nomadic Woodsman, and I'll put a link down below in the description box to his channel. Don't forget to tell him TheWildYam sent you. Alright guys, don't know if you can see me all that well. I've got the light on here, but I'm in the hammock, and I'm not getting out. It is so nice and cozy in here. I don't know if you can, no, you probably can't see. But I've got, well, I got my anorak there. I got my wool blanket, and I'm basically in my sleeping bag in here. And I'm ready for the night. So above me, you've got like the tarp, that big black thing. You can't see anything. The fire going over there, and the boys are, well, to the left of it. All right. Stay tuned for more adventures. Good night.